Instagram.
We have an Instagram. There we go.
Yes, we do.
Let's make it go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can't go live on Instagram.
No.
But that being said, doesn't matter.
Yep.
So, wow, a lot of stuff to talk about today, boy. I'm telling you.
Really do.
And we
really
had
do.
news. We had news out the wazoo last week, coming in from everywhere. Matchroom coming out with Mondo stuff to talk about. Of course, the big thing though coming up here at Yale Billiards is Efren Reyes. Efren Reyes, that's who we're talking about.
He is definitely the big talk of the town. I know he's making a tour. He's stopping in Massachusetts, I think. Rhode Island, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's 4 or 5 places, and we're sold out. Yale Billiards VIPs are sold out.
Gotta love it, man. That's how we do.
And the $100 match against him is sold out. And there is general admission. So if you want to come, you can still come, but it's going to be random. You know, you're going to be able to stand where you stand.
First come, first serve, guys.
Yeah, first come, first serve. All we ask is just support the bar, buy a drink, have some food. But that's it. You know, we're bringing the best player in the world to you. And, you know, we got people from New York coming to watch him. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? I mean,
I would. I mean, you know, I've put out a couple feelers to my guys up in Vermont and New Hampshire. I hope they make the trip down. You know, it's Wednesday night. Who knows? They might be willing to make the trip, maybe not. But I kind of hope they do because one, I'd like to see them again because I miss you guys up there. But number two, I mean, what better opportunity to come see Efren?
Well, it's unbelievable. It's a lifelong dream of mine. Obviously, I didn't get to see him. I know he's in Connecticut a couple years back at Shooters.
Quite a few years back,
actually.
actually.
Quite a few years back, and you know, this is I talked to his Eric, and I said, hey, you know, how's it going? I said, you know, I think we're sold out. You know, the VIPs in the past. You know what he said to me?
Yeah,
it's Efren. It's Efren. What do you expect?
Yeah.
You know?
Are you surprised?
Yeah, no, I was surprised. I mean, you know, it's a little pricey to get him here, but
it's
going to be worth it. Yeah, this is a big, you know, once in a lifetime thing at least to get all our local players in here involved, and I know they're really excited about it. The buzz out here is you know, getting to see him play and then get a picture with him and get a signed cue ball and you know, all that good stuff. I mean, what other sport can you do that to, you know, besides pool, that you can actually mingle with the best players in the world? You can't go see Michael Jordan.
Yeah, go try to get Tom Brady in here.
Yeah, exactly.
See how much it costs you for that.
Yeah, exactly. And then and be able to sit that close to him, you know what I mean, and actually watch how he executes on the table. And he's going to play, obviously, Lucas and Rob, and he's going to play all the people that
he's going to, you know,
the VIPs.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
It really is. So, I mean, the Shark Stream is going to be, you know, awesome lit, too. You know, we're going to have, you're in the booth, of course, with the great Bobby Hunt. So
when we get the big matches, we bring the big dogs.
Absolutely. You got Timmy, and then you got Bobby Hunt, who's a great storyteller and a historian of the game.
He's got some stories about Efren.
He does. He played him.
We
talked to him the other day. So, I mean, he's a great historian of the game, so it's going to be fantastic. And, I mean, what other place you get a VIP, you get to play him, you can actually watch it live. Mm-hmm. And you can tell your friends, I'm going to play the best player in the world, watch me here on the Shark Stream.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that, I'm telling you.
No, it really doesn't.
You know, big things, big things.
So, I mean, you know, the best part about that, too, is, like I said...
That's the 19th. The 19th.
That's the 19th. It's a Wednesday night.
Yep.
He's going to be here He's going to be here for what?
5 hours.
5 hours. He'll be here till 11, guys. So
yep.
we're burning the midnight oil with him. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Efren's not getting any younger, but don't think he can't stay up and play some pool for quite some time.
Can you imagine the stories he has and the time he spent in pool halls and the hours and just unbelievable.
You know what I've been told too? He is a very competent chess player as well.
That's what I heard too.
Talking a very, very strong chess player.
Well, maybe at the end we'll pull a chessboard out and then see if he gets the bug going.
I don't know if I'm willing to get drilled that bad. He's a smart player. I've seen him play before. He played at Shooters. They have a board over there. He was playing in the off time with a couple of players who were really competent people at the game. So,
he's took care of them.
Oh, easily.
Nice.
It wasn't even a question. That said, though, I mean, it's good. It's awesome just to see that, you know, we have all the pros coming in. You know, it's like we say, the Shark Stream is where the pros play, guys.
It really is. I mean, now we're almost going to be two-handed pretty soon. You know, once we get Alex and Kazakas in here and a couple more, we're going to be at 10.
Let's go get Dennis Gravy to come with him too. Maybe we can get a big match there.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we can get a big match like the big matches coming up between Mika Immonen and Darren Appleton.
Yeah, make sure you guys check that out. That's I think February 6th. I think it is
February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And
that's event, guys.
I mean, the pros are coming to play, man. They're bringing it, and these people are the money's there now. Everybody wants to play. I think you said, and we were talking about it a little bit. You said Mika seems like he's out there now.
Mika's playing a ton lately. He went to the International Iron Bowl Open, had a great showing at the International. He was playing. He was visible at the U.S. Open. I don't know if he actually played. He showed up at the turning stone.
I think he played. He played. I remember we were sitting with him, watching him. Remember talking to him and stuff a little bit. He was definitely involved. He had a shirt on. Mm-hmm. He definitely played.
And he played at the Turning Stone Classic recently. I mean, he's playing in a ton of events, guys. And it's not too long ago where we were talking about, is Mika on the back end here? Like he's playing a lot of regional events. He's not trying to play in the world events. He's out here, scrounging and scraping, getting what he can. But even then, he was playing in some New York events, and some of the local New York guys who weren't even considered, the top pros were coming up and putting a hurting on him. And I mean,
I think it's the money. The money's out there now for billiards, and that's another thing we got to talk about. What I was actually just
got to remember, he's a multi-time world champion here.
Yep.
And he's no slouch. The same as Darren Appleton. You want to know what the crazy thing about Mika and Darren is? Those are both people who repeated as U.S. Open champion, as world champions. Both players, him and Mika, both repeated
probably
as world
close
champions.
Times too, right?
One was in 2001, and Darren did it in the early 2010s.
Oh, okay. So a decade, not that
so
terrible.
If you look at it, I mean, I could get the exact stat just to double check. I can wiki it, but I do know that it's rare because there's only been a handful of people. When I say a handful, like you can count on one hand, who have repeated as the world champion and who have also threatened to win the U.S. Open as well.
Wow.
And that's the difference where Darren did. Darren actually was the last person, I believe, to win the U.S. Open and repeat and retain his title.
Well, they're both incredible players and have a ton of accolades between them. And Andy says, let's sneak Dennis back in. I think he's done for 8 years or 5 years,
at
right?
At least, unless a lawyer says different. So
yeah, and he was involved. I mean, he just played that Jason Shaw match a little while ago for whatever $50,000 or whatever it was. So it's going to be there's going to be money to be made. The only man to knock off Jason
Shaw and SVB.
Yeah, there's going to be more money to be made. So without him in there's going to be more action matches, and I'm really excited about that. The sport is blowing up, Timmy.
Oh my God, it really is.
The sport is we're taking off like a rocket. The Shark Stream's doing great. We got pros coming here every couple months. We have events. We're lining up right now. I don't know if you saw the buzz about maybe the Yale Billiards versus Snooker's event.
Yes,
something
I did see
like
the buzz
that.
about that.
How about
I think we can make something happen there. And an event that we were unable to get streamed last night only because we wanted to respect the players' wishes of not streaming.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Big match.
Yes, great
between
match.
Phil Davis and Chad Bazinet.
Yeah, and Phil took that down. It was a close match, and good job to those guys. Both competitive players, and I've never seen Chad play. He plays fantastic.
He plays great.
He's a really good player. And I'm sure we're going to see his name in some big events as well because, the money's out there. Although he did tell me he is having a baby, so, and that's what happens, So you slow down a little bit sometimes. Sometimes you don't, but, we'll see how he does. Jeremy obviously just had a baby, and he's still playing the events, though. He was at Turning Stone as well.
He was.
And that was a big field as well.
He played quite well. I want to say that Hunter Lombardo might have been the one to knock. I don't think Hunter Lombardo knocked him off. I forget who did. I'll double check that. Well, I don't want to claim that Hunter Lombardo knocked him out.
We know who won the tournament.
We do know who won. Why don't you tell us who won?
All right, we'll tell you. The 7-time Turning Stone champion, the first one to win
only
7 times.
7-time.
Yeah, there's 2 guys with 6, and he was
that
so
would be
proud.
Johnny Archer and Shane Van Bonen.
And he was so proud to be number 7. You can see it in his face, and he was excited. First place was $8,000.
Listen, Shaw's needed a win lately, and I say that not because he's playing poorly, but he needed a win just to get back on the top. Get back on the horse.
Well, I mean, he did get the VIP for the Moscone Cup.
Yes,
so
but I mean, in a singles event.
Yeah, singles event.
Absolutely. It's been a little bit since Shaw's hoisted the trophy.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's a monster. He
came back twice.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
He was down 5-0, 6-2, and like 8-1 or something, 8-4. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Earl Strickland was up 5-0 on him before he even, before that.
Hit a ball.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, Shaw comes back up there, battles back, and then runs a 3-pack for set.
Well, did you hear about that? I guess between that match, there was literally 1 miss each and 1 dry break.
Get out of here!
That was
really?
the match. That's what I heard.
See, that's the cool part is you can go back and you can go back and watch that game if you're really curious how crazy that game was. Upstate Al was the one who was doing it, and we actually shared a lot of those matches. You can probably go back on the Shark stream and you could probably find that live.
Yeah,
where,
I mean, can you imagine a race to 9 and you got two dry breaks and 2 misses, not playing safeties, 2 flat out misses.
It's unbelievable.
That is unreal. And Earl Strickland's playing strong, man. Everybody was cheering him on. He obviously wanted to do well. He did do well.
Yeah.
And he's upset after his
I'll tell you,
not
man,
able to play in there.
I'll tell you, man, 40 years, over 40 years in the game, and still plays world class. It's crazy.
You think Efren's going to play in some events while he's here? Because I mean, that's another thing we got to talk about
as well.
I mean, look, the 9 ball. Do you see the 9 ball? Look at these events.
Yes.
I mean.
So, we'll talk about that. It's gonna be hard to see, but that's Matchroom made this huge announcement. So let's talk about these announcements. By the way, I have been waiting for somebody to come out with an overall schedule of events.
We talked about that one of these episodes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're like, it has to be done. It has to be done. And,
yes.
And here it is.
And Matchroom has officially made the leap to make 9 ball a cornerstone sport, a cornerstone discipline in the world of pool, and they are going through with a full 2022 schedule. Here is the list of players in the 2022 schedule so far. These are the ones that have been approved by Matchroom.
Absolutely, it could be. It could be added, and there's also other events because you got the Predator events and you got other events as well.
These events that we're going to talk about are specifically ones that have been approved by Matchroom and sanctioned by the WPA. Here we go. Coming up very soon, January 26th through the 29th, the Derby City Classic 9-ball event. That is not also including all of the other disciplines as well. Remember, Matchroom is only focusing on 9-ball in this regard. That is going to be a ranking event with a $77,000 purse. Granted, it doesn't seem like a ton, but when you add in all of the other events that the Derby City Classic is going to be doing, the one pocket, the Banks, Master of the Table, the Bigfoot 10 ball, and I want to say they might even be doing a small straight pool event as well this year. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember if they agreed to do a small straight pool event or not.
Did you sign up for the Mario event that's going to be US 1 on that weekend?
I got to work.
You got to work,
I think. Pretty positive. But I did sign up for Eric Tang's event. We're going to talk about that very shortly.
Nice.
Then, of course, we have February 13th through the 20th. All of you guys remember Premier League Pool. Yep. That's right. We're actually going to have a Premier League style event. I believe it's going to be something very close to what the Predator Champions League was last year.
$100,000 purse.
Yeah. Not bad. It's a non-ranking event, but you are going to see a ton of good players playing in that. Then we head over to the Euro Tour on February 26th to the 28th for the Lasco Open. That's going to have that's going to be a ranking event with a purse of $45,000. Yep. And then we head right into April,
big one,
with the World Pool Championship. This is the one that throws me off, though. Okay, we've got three styles of ranking events. You have the non-ranking events, ranking events, majors, and then what we call blue ribbon events. Now, according to this, I have seen that the U.S. Open is the only blue ribbon event, and all the other ones are majors. No disrespect to the U.S. Open, it is, in my opinion, the second most prestigious title in the world of 9-ball. I still think to this day the World 9-ball Championship is the tops. Because who doesn't want to call themselves a world champion?
Title, absolutely.
Being U.S. Open champion is just as good.
And also, the world is this event. There's more. The prize money is $25,000 more than the U.S. Open. So,
I'm a little surprised at that. I did actually try to get a hold of Emily Frazier and contact her, at least through social media, to ask that question. She never responded to that one. She actually did respond to the other one of the discrepancy with the U.S. Open. But regardless of that, if she does respond, I'll be sure to share it.
Absolutely.
Then we head back to the Euro Tour for May 29th through April 2nd.
For a small $45,000 event.
Yeah. But the Treviso Open is a big Euro Tour event. Mm-hmm. Granted, it shows mostly European players, and it doesn't always have the biggest field in the world. But a lot of European players play in the Euro Tour events, so it is still a big field. And on top of that, all these Euro Tour events were all part of the WPA World Rankings as well.
Yep.
So all of these things are all going to be world ranking events that are going to contribute to world ranking points, which will contribute to the seeding in these major and blue ribbon events that
The big ones.
that
The big
Matchroom
ones,
is talking
yes.
about. After we get through that, then we're going to go off to a non-ranking event on May 5th through the 8th. That is going to be the Whirlpool Masters.
$100,000.
So that's going to be a non-ranking event. Of course, the Whirlpool Masters is invitational only.
Yep.
And, of course, we're going to get some of those invites mainly because...
Lucas was there last year.
Not the Whirlpool Masters.
I mean, not he was at the Whirlpool.
He was at the Whirlpool Championship.
Yeah, Whirlpool Championship.
The Whirlpool Masters is going to be featured for, people who...
Yeah.
For everybody who won
Credited,
events.
Credited.
So
Yes.
we're talking guys like David Alcady.
Accredited, yes.
Alex Kazakis, who, of course, this year is the defending champion. He defeated Shane Van Boning the last Whirlpool
Yes.
Masters 9-0.
Wow.
Big
Crazy.
event right there. And then we head to a brand new major event on May 17th through the 22nd, the UK Open.
$200K.
Yeah. So it's a good start, but it's not the US Open yet, but
No, but it's
we're
$200K.
trying. Yeah, that's a huge event there.
And right after that, another big one.
We go into the
June
World
13th.
Cup of Pool, which is, of course, Matchroom's premier doubles event, where we take 32 teams from different countries. This year, I don't know where it's going to be held.
$250,000.
Yep, there's a big field there, and I believe whoever runs the event, whatever country that we do it in, is going to have two teams. If I'm not mistaken, it may potentially be in Great Britain once again, so we might see two Great Britain teams once again.
Yep.
Then we head back to the Euro Tour for the St. Johann and Pongau Open. That's in Austria. And then after that, we head from there to another Euro Tour event, which is going to be the Petric Open. Then, of course, we take a little bit of time
45,000.
off. We take a little bit of time off in September.
Yep.
And then we come back in October for the start of October with the U.S. Open at the
300K,
Harrah's Casino in
300K.
New Jersey.
We'll be there.
We're going to be there again.
We'll be there.
Guarantee. So
Yep.
definitely 300K, the biggest event on the ticket, except for the Whirlpool Championship
Right.
at 325,000.
Yep.
So that's a huge, huge event there. Then we go right into the latter part of October, go through Halloween with the International 9-Ball Open, officially credited as a Matchroom event that
Yep.
is going to be for 9-ball world ranking points. AccuStats will be running that one. And then after that, we go into another major event. 15th to the 20th is going to be the European Open.
Another
that is the finals.
200,000.
Yeah, and I
Another
believe that is the
200,000.
finals of the Euro Tour event.
Yep.
But the European Open is actually going to be taken over by Matchroom.
Yep.
So the European Championships are going to be covered by Matchroom. And then after that, the Treviso Open for Euro Tour. And then, of course, November 30th going into December 3rd, the Moscone Cup.
Now again, this is not the most money in the world. I mean, you're talking over
Listen, well,
$1 million.
if we do the- listen, if we
It's
do the
over $1
math
million.
here-
I did. It's over $1 million.
Yeah.
You know,
Well over $1 million.
I
Like
think
$1.5
it's
million.
I think it's getting there, and this is only one of the tours. You still have the NBL, and you have the Predator. and
Yeah.
there's a lot more events out there.
And bear in mind that some of these events are going to be added to Matchroom's schedule. And at this point, what we're seeing is that Matchroom is going to end up approving these events and adding them to their schedule, and they'll be part of their official schedule. It's not to say that Matchroom will promote and try to get its players there. They take their pick. It's take your pick at what players are going to do what. But at the end of the day, all of the major events in pool are now being covered under one banner, under one schedule, so that you guys know when they're going to happen.
And also, they can now run a schedule trying to make a living and actually make some
Yes.
money. And you can. It's pretty interesting.
You know,
It's pretty interesting.
Let's see,
It really
3,
is.
6, 9, 12. There's 15 events on the schedule so far, guys. So that's 15 big events that pros are going to be able
Five
to
are
plan
over
around.
$100,000.
Yeah,
5 are worth
Huge.
over $100,000 in prize money.
That's
so,
huge.
Yeah, and it's.
You know,
I'm
we're
excited.
talking $25,000 to $50,000 prizes.
Yes.
Now, granted, if you do the math out, even if you win every one of them, okay, you make like 300 or 400. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money,
that's
absolutely.
not talking the money that they make on the side, exhibitions, things like that.
Exactly.
But we're putting real money into pool, guys. Like,
Listen, you saw us what we're doing here at the Shark Stream. Timmy and I, obviously, we're not getting paid a ton of money for doing this.
Yeah.
But we're paying these guys to come out here. We're not paying Efren Reyes and Naoki Kiowa.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nana and Joe did a great job with them. But we paid them guys for that. We paid Allison Fisher. We're paying these guys money. We're putting it back into the sport to get it more popular for you guys, so they can come back here and do more things with us and make it more enjoyable, because that's what the sport is all about, man. It's big stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, over just the last 24 hours, Matchroom has gone through a complex social media campaign right now to try and get
Bye-bye.
Matchroom and everything, to try and get Matchroom as the premier leader in 9-ball pool. And that is what they're trying to do. Barry Hearn has been all over it. Emily Frazier's been on a huge social media warpath trying to push this. So credit to them. And anybody can say what they want. At the end of the day, all news is good news, guys.
Listen,
it really is.
There's complaints about everything, and it's part of it. And I got to give them kudos because this event right here, like I said, that field that we just went through is a lot of big events. Players can actually work around that and try to figure out what they want to do for a living to make it happen.
Exactly,
and that's what it's all about. And that's going to make more people play, and it's also going to make the older players not the older players, but the veterans come back and say, hey, there's money to be made. I'm going to come back, which is going to make the sport so much better for everybody.
Well, here's the best part. We're going to talk about old players coming back. How about this? Not only did Matchroom set this schedule up, but they have also officially unveiled the 2022 rankings for 9-ball.
Did you compare them with your last rankings?
Not with the official WPA rankings,
okay.
But they're pretty close.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
So let's go through that as well. We're gonna go through the top 32 right here. Of course, number 32 coming in. Who would have thought this one? This is at the bottom. We'll go right from 32 to number 1. The Kaiser, Ralph Souquet. Man, he's still kicking around, man.
Oh, I just want to say hi to Eddie out there,
Yeah.
Andy Gal, of course, and Crystal. Hello, how are you guys doing out there? And Hector.
And then number 31 from Poland, Conrad Justison. Number 30, the Canadian champion, John Mora. He's still playing good, guys. Number 29, Mark Bisterbach from the Netherlands. Number 28, Alex Pagulayan. Number 27, Mario
He was here in the Shark Stream as well.
Yeah. Number 27, Mario He from Austria. Number 26, the Russian world champion, Fedor Gorst.
Monster came in second in the Turning Stone.
Yeah. Definitely had a great showing there until Shaw turned on the gas and put it all away.
Yep.
Number 25, Niels Feyen. Number 24, Dennis Orcolo. That name's not going to last long.
Bye-bye, Dennis.
Sorry, buddy. But that being said, I mean, we say this in jest, of course. What happened to Dennis is a very, very serious thing. We're hopeful that can get reduced.
Absolutely. It is what it is.
But he can still go to European events, and I really am hopeful that he'll be able to make a lot of Matchroom's European events.
I hope so, too. I hope he comes back. And like I said, he's a top money player in the world. So
yeah.
He is.
I mean, now people got to go to him. Picture that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to go fight him on his home turf. That'd be a rough day. That'd be a rough day.
I can see that, Timmy. Absolutely.
Number 23 from Poland, Misko Fortunski. There's a lot of Polish players.
Daryl Stinson, how you doing, Daryl?
Polish powerhouses that are playing right now.
Yeah.
From Chinese Taipei, Chang Yulung at number 22. Dennis Grabe from Estonia. Number 20, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, the second Spaniard on the list. Of course, we all know the first Spaniard on the list, David Alcady. He does play quite well.
Absolutely.
We'll get to where he is on the list in a bit. Number 19, Skylar Woodward. Number 18.
I think Skylar he wants you to watch the Shark Stream, I think he said, right?
I believe he did. We've talked to him before.
Yes, absolutely.
Number
he
18,
likes the Shark Stream.
Number 18, Oliver Zonaki. Number 17, Jason Shaw. Number 16, Kopin Yi. Number 15, Omar Al-Shaheen. Number 14, from China, Lu Hai Tao. Number 13, Chang Jun-Lin. Everybody will be real happy that Chang Jun-Lin is the one, is still in the top 15 there. Of course, Chang does play amazing. We haven't seen a lot of him lately.
No, we haven't.
We did get to see him at the U.S. Open, though, and he played quite well.
Yep.
Number 12, Alex Kazakis. Number 11, from Albania, Kalenti Kaci. Number 10, Joshua Filler. Number 9, Wu Cha Ching. We haven't seen him in ages.
Nope.
So long, his Fargo doesn't even exist anymore.
And he's still there.
Yeah, he's still playing really well. I'm sure he's playing plenty in China. From Taipei, Koping Chung. And then, of course, Naoyuki Oi at number 7. Singapore's
played on the Shark Stream, my boy.
Singapore's Aloysius Yap.
Yep,
number 5.
Solid player.
Number 5, Mad Max Lecter from Austria.
Yeah.
Lechner. And then number 4, Shane Van Boning. Number 3, David Alcady. Number 2, the U.S. Open champion, the Black Tiger, Carlo Beato. And number 1, the world champion, Albin Ocean.
Albin Ocean has been killing it.
Yeah.
And there's your leaderboard.
That's
top
it.
32.
These are your top 32. And the best and the crazy thing about this is these top 32 players are all going to be players that are going to be seeded in the major events that Matchroom does.
Yep.
So that where you land on the rankings is going to affect your seeding, and it's
huge.
going to affect if you get buys or not.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. It's kind of like
it makes your life easier.
It's kind of like tennis. Tennis does the same thing in a lot of their events, and seeding makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
and it's gonna favor it even in football. You know, the number 1 seed got a bye. They're not playing this week. They have no chance to lose.
Exactly.
So that's very important, and I think that's all the things that we talked about over the last 32 episodes about bringing other things, other sports into our sport. It's happening. It's coming. It's coming.
If I might make a personal appeal here, okay, the one thing that we've talked about over the last 32 episodes as well is how much the U.S. plays but seems to not go across the pond and play.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that, we have to sit here and relocate ourselves all the way over to Europe in order to play every one of Matchroom's events. But what I will say is this. If you want to start playing with the European players and you want to start getting up to their level again and we want to start bringing USA Pool back into the forefront, we need to start putting our best players in all of these events, and we need to start putting the world on notice that our guys are going to go over to your house
and kick some butt.
And we're going to win.
Absolutely.
And when we do that, then maybe there will be a little bit more respect in the USA's name when it comes to pool. Because right now, we know that we're behind the 8 ball. Mm-hmm. We are. And anybody who doesn't see that is, really patriotic, to say the least.
I'm patriotic, and I see the light in the end of the tunnel. I see the drive. I see the American people coming out of the woodwork. I see the live streams coming on with all the pros. I mean, you can turn on your Facebook right now, and there's live streams going on everywhere. There's pros playing, there's practicing, there's challenge matches. All that stuff is going to catch up to them. They need to do exactly what you're saying, is go across the pond and start kicking some butt.
Exactly.
The more they play, the more exposure they get, the more money they make is going to make it better for them.
So a personal appeal out there, if there's a pro who comes across this little podcast and you've never seen us before, please go over there and do us proud.
Absolutely.
Please jump on the train, guys. What better time to be able to play this, the Predator US Pro Series, come to some local events like the NBL, the Joss Northeast 9 Ball Tour.
Unbelievable,
hit your big events down in the South that still have $200,000 Calcuttas. Please jump into all the events, but please get in on the major circuit that Matchroom is doing right here and start hitting these events. And let's bring some real fame to USA Pool, guys.
That's
because
right. That's what
our players are good enough.
That's what we want. I want you guys to be famous out there.
So get out there and start playing, and let's do this country proud, guys.
Absolutely, I agree.
So that's huge coming from Matchroom. That's all of the stuff that I've seen coming from Matchroom lately, and they've got more.
They're throwing it out,
like
and
I said,
great.
It's been a social media blitz, guys.
So you guys are lucky out there, because when I was growing up, man, we just heard, Bobby would tell us, you hear stories about this guy and that guy. You couldn't see it. You guys, you couldn't even be able to see it.
Couldn't even prove the information was totally legit, too.
Exactly.
It might have been somebody putting you on to try to get a better game.
And here you got the Shark Talk Live. You got you and me doing the research, telling them what they need to know. It's very simple.
Nobody's hidden anymore, guys. Everybody that comes out of the woodwork that tries to become a pool player, life goes under a microscope immediately.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're a pool player or not. You're going to be found out.
Little phones out there, and then that's it, man.
Every one of your games is going to get recorded, man. Just get out there and start playing. And let's start making some.
Let the chips fall where they may. Let's go. And that goes for the amateur leagues too, you guys. Get out there and play your heart out. APA, I don't care if you play BCA, whatever, USAPL. Get out there and play, man. Just do the best you can.
Speaking of amateur leagues, we do have our new fall session coming up. Of course, our sponsor, the Connecticut APA, is getting ready to start.
Oh my God, APA is blowing up to me.
Winter session.
We're packed. If you go out there right now, you can. It's standing room only out there.
Yeah.
Our Tuesday in-house is packed. We have more 9-ball teams on Wednesday. Our Thursday and Sunday double jeopardy is packed. And it's unfortunate. I was actually talking to our good friend DeMarco. He's like, we got to get a day we could have a tournament in there. And unfortunately, I don't have a day where I have enough tables to have a tournament,
which
is a good thing for a business owner. But that's what we're thinking. Maybe a Friday or Saturday. But we're going to do something with DeMarco. We got the big thing, obviously Yale versus Snookers or something like that. But APA is kicking butt and taking names. Hopefully, this Omicron is. I heard everything I read now. It says it's going to get over. I mean, a lot of people have it.
It's got to end eventually, guys.
They said there's not that many people that actually don't have it. Had it. So the numbers are going to start dropping and declining, and that's what I'm hoping. Everybody's going to get better, and we're going to start being able to go across the pond, and we're going to start being able to go back to Canada and go to Hawaii for APA and go to Las Vegas, which we always do and have a blast there, Timmy.
Yeah.
Even when you were in Yuma, you came and hung out with us in Vegas, and we had a great time.
It was only a 4-hour drive, guys.
Yeah, for you,
good
we
for
flew
me.
at the same time. It wasn't bad.
That was good for me.
So that's APA is killing it. Obviously, we're going to get Bruce in here on the booth real soon. Our match is going to be coming up, but actually the next couple of weeks on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be
Can't
scheduling
wait.
that. That's going to
Don't
be
worry,
a lot of fun.
I'll be in there. I'll be in there in the booth.
Yeah,
for
that's going to be fun. I really got to take him down because I don't want to work with APA. I can't have people calling me up. If somebody calls me up and says, I just run up 205 and I lost 2 in a row, I'm going to say, look, man, suck it up and play. I'll give you a lesson. I'll give you a free lesson for an hour. Come on now, we'll keep you at 5. No, I probably won't say that. He wouldn't let that. But I'll be there helping out whatever I can if I lose. And if he loses, you guys got to come down and just get some balls from him. Make him get you a soda would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would love that. I think it'd be a line out the door just to have Bruce get you a soda or coffee or something.
Listen, Bruce, if you lose, you better get those bartending skills ready because I'm going to start asking you for some weird drinks. I'm going to ask you for the.
We got a nice little outfit too.
I'm going to ask you for the. I can't remember what it was called.
Harvey Wallbanger.
Harvey Wallbanger. Oh my God.
So,
that's
APA is huge in the amateur leagues, and I know Connecticut's blowing up all over. So keep that going, have fun. And remember, guys, if you're out there playing league, have a good time. Don't let it stress you out. If it's stressing you out, you shouldn't be doing it. Take a night off because it's all about having fun. I mean, all the people out there. 12 teams are mostly family and friends, just drinking, having a good time, trying to get to Vegas, but having a good time is the most important thing about amateur leagues.
Yeah, and there's multiple ones as well. Something. I mean, obviously Connecticut APA sponsors us. If APA is not your thing, there's a bunch of other ones too. There's BCA in New England. There's BCA. We got USAPL. You could even take your hand if you're a high end amateur, go in the NBL as well. They got amateur. They have an amateur an amateur division that leads you into those professional events as well. So,
right.
They have
of course, APA has U.S. amateurs. We got Mike DeMarcos. We got the Blue Felt. We have all kinds of events that you guys can play in.
Amateur leagues and tournament series, man, they're the way to go around here, man. And I'll tell you, they're putting together a top one. I mean, you were talking about it before. You asked me when it came to Mario Argentino. We got to talk about event.
What a great event that's coming at the end of the month. 650 and under Fargo, 500 entry. Calcutta is probably going to be 20,000. I'm gonna have to go in there and buy my guys. I gotta buy my horses, support my guys.
The winner might make 10 grand.
Dave Gavish, you know what I mean?
Might make 10 grand.
I gotta support my guys out there. So
it's crazy, man.
It's gonna be exciting.
$10,000 out of that.
It's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. The only thing, it's the same time as Derby City, so maybe if you have it like a day, maybe we can go to Derby City for a couple of days. Thursday, Friday.
We'll see. I've been getting
Shark Stream got to go on the road, guys. Give us some likes. Let's get on the road.
I wish I would have liked to have. I would have really liked to have. Would have really liked to have gone to the Turning Stone Classic. I've been so slammed.
I know.
I've been so slammed at Amazon. We've been working 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
It's just they're killing us right now. But
no shot.
I'll tell you, man. We'll see. Maybe we can get Derby City out there. Derby City's a long haul, though.
Yeah, I know.
Long
I've
ways
never
out.
been. It's one of the things I always wanted to do.
I really want to go to Derby City, but you got to put some time on it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's kind of tough too for a couple of days, but
well,
we'll see what happens. You never know what happens. But we would love to take the Shark Stream on the road. So.
Regardless, I mean, we're definitely going to be giving you all of the info that we can from Derby City. Derby City has a great way of getting the information out there, and I will be sure to post a ton.
Yep. Digital poll, I think they use, right, or whatever.
No, they use their own thing.
Oh, they use their own. Okay.
Because they have their own. They have their own setup. Remember, their setup is a double elimination tournament, but you have a rebuy.
Yes,
there's like a rebuy involved, so it's almost a triple elimination if you choose to jump back in.
Yep.
And remember that not only is all of that covered, but you also have to factor in the other events as well and how everybody's placing
the timing and everything,
in order to cover for Master of the Table. So one of my a good friend of mine online. I shame to say I've never met him, and I wish that I could meet him at some point. Phil Capel. If you're listening out there, Phil, and you're listening in, thank you so much for watching the Shark Stream, and 2, I really would like to run into you one day because you are an awesome guy. He does such good coverage of the Shark Stream. I mean, such good coverage of the Derby City Classic that I cannot help. But we're going to have to throw it on the Shark Stream. Because his coverage of the Derby City Classic is absolutely unbelievable.
Right.
And it's just he has all the bases covered all the time.
Yep, that's great.
So
that's great. Yeah,
we're definitely going to be sharing a ton of his stuff.
We'll share all that stuff and get it to you absolutely 100%. And
it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, this year it could go to anybody. Last year's defending master of the table is not going to be there.
Yep.
Because Dennis Orcolo was the defending master of the table.
I know, but that's okay.
But he can't make it this year, so
yeah, see what happens.
We'll see who wins.
We're going to keep you updated. We're going to keep giving you the information.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, we've got, so much more stuff coming on. We talked about Mika versus Darren. We talked about that. We did talk about
the rankings. That was the top rankings,
yes.
the top rankings that you did, and also the Fargo rankings that are up there
yes.
as well.
We also shared a nice little message regarding the Fargo rate top 100. Of course, how Shane Van Boning has now taken that spot back over again from Germany's Joshua Filler.
Yes, he did.
So we'll go
Shane
through.
Van Boning and an 830 right there.
We'll go through the top 10 right here. So that gives us our boy Aloysius Yap. Of course, he had that major quantum leap in his game going through his run at the U.S. Open and the World 10 Ball.
Yep.
Then, of course, you got the World 10 Ball champion Kalenti Kachi, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, Carlo Beato, and Cheng Jun Lin all tied at an 821 Fargo.
Wow.
Then we go to Jason Shaw and Dennis Orcolo tied for the top 5 at 4th place with an 822 Fargo. Fedor Gorst at 823. Who knows? We might actually see Shaw overtake Fedor after the Turning Stone Championship, because if I'm not mistaken,
he might.
those are reported to Fargo.
They are. I know for a fact they are.
And then, of course, we have Joshua Filler at number 2 at 829 and Shane Van Boning at 830.
Where's my boy Naoki Oi? How far is he down?
One of only 3 players, my guys.
Where's Naoki Oi?
Naoki Oi is at 810. He lost a couple points.
He's 13th, okay.
But Shane, of course, one of only 3 players who has ever eclipsed the 830 threshold.
Yes,
There were only 3 of them. That would be Filler, Wu Cha-Ching, and Shane.
I mean, you guys saw Naoki Oi here. He didn't miss anything. I can't imagine being an 830. I mean, that's just almost scary.
Well, think about this. Jason Shaw, or actually Fedor Gorst, in his loss at the U.S. Open, if you go back and watch it, if you go back and look at Digital Pool and you look at the events,
the stats and stuff.
if you cover just the Turning Stone Classic and the events in the matches that he played, Fedor Gorst actually performed at an 850 level.
Wow, and he lost.
He still lost.
Yeah, I guess that's like football. If you have a turnover, if something bad happens to you, you can still lose the game and have the best stats. It's just part of it. That's part of it. That's sports, and that's why we play it.
Yeah, he only had one bad set. That's the thing. Shaw had a loss before he went in. That's why he came in in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but that's what we got with that. They got the Fargos. I mean, I like the Fargos. And then, what do you guys think of that ring game we had here?
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. Of course, thank you to Lance Lascotti and, of course, Shrax Billiards. He plays out of there. They came in. I don't know if you guys saw it. What night was it? Monday night?
It was last night.
Last night. And if you guys didn't get a chance, go back and watch it. It was a lot of fun. Me and Bobby Hunt were in the booth talking about it. And it's just a game and there was 5 killers.
The game is called Six Diamonds.
There was 5 killers in that team. You, Mike Matthew,
Chad Bazinet,
Phil Davis,
and
oh my goodness, how can you? I mean, that's amazing. That's a great killers in that game.
So here's the basis of the game. It involves a cannibalized turtle rack.
Yep.
So a cannibalized template rack. And enough balls for each player. So one player gets 1 ball.
Yeah.
And all you're trying to do is you flip a coin to throw the rack out there, and you're just trying to get the ball into the circle with a 2-rail or more shot. And
just the ball, not hit a ball into another ball, just the 1 ball.
If you play the game and you hit someone else's ball, you pay them money. If you get into the hole and you end up being the winner of the hole, everybody pays you money.
That's pretty interesting. It was a lot of fun. So there's a little bit of luck, but there's skill involved.
Plenty of skill too.
But
you start
I mean,
rails
you can have a decent player beat some of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, like those guys. Lance obviously made that game up,
yeah.
And he didn't win every game.
I was the thing that I started doing in order to give myself at least a better edge was I started watching like because guys like Phil and Chad and Lance they all kick very well. They all play good rails.
Absolutely.
They're all great 1-pocket players.
Yep.
And I started noticing that when they started keying in on like near misses on the hole, I started noticing where they were hitting on the rail and just adjusting a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you watch the other players and you kind of get a feel of what the table's doing and how it's playing.
It's like a baseball player when he's warming up in the batter box. He's swinging with the pitch. He's trying to get the pitch to get an edge, man. That's good.
So that's what kind of worked out. I mean, I ended up winning a hole. I almost walked away with a good chunk of money. Still walked away ahead. Don't care.
There you go.
Anytime I can walk away ahead when Phil Davis, Lance Lascotti, and Chad Bazinet are all in the same game.
That's right.
I feel good.
Absolutely. Hector said 2.0 hit so many balls.
Oh,
yeah, he did. It was
tons.
hilarious. And it was Timmy's ball.
He paid out. He probably paid out enough to me to cover my paycheck
He
this
did.
week.
He was hitting balls like crazy. It was hilarious. But yeah, if you guys are interested, check that out. It was last night.
It was a lot of fun. Six Diamonds, it's called.
Six Diamond is Lance Lascotti. He's the one that made the game up in
Former son of former world champion Lance Lascotti. For those of you who don't
Larry
know,
Lascotti.
Larry Lascotti.
Yeah.
I'm so
and,
sorry.
But if you guys you listen to Bobby, we talked about it. We had some great. He had some great stories talking. So do I about Lance. I used to hang out with Lance when I hang out with him at his pool room, and he was like 6 or 7. He'd be running around the table.
He's a little child running around.
Yeah, him and his sister. So it's pretty interesting. But it's a game.
I
Was
used
fun.
to work with his sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't in the same department, but we did work in the same building
okay.
for the same company.
Very
When
cool.
I was a meteorologist, she worked at the same building.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but
She did
and
sales.
it was a lot of fun, and you guys need to check it out. If you something to do, if you have a half an hour to kill, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah, ton
it
of
was
fun.
a lot of fun.
Who knows? We might be able to get a couple people in here to play it again tonight. I'm itching
We're
to play
packed
now.
tonight in here. Maybe later, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
might
itching
be.
to play
That
later.
might be,
Maybe we
yeah.
get like 4 or 5 stragglers, jump in.
You never know.
do
Yeah,
a little cheap
yeah,
game.
absolutely.
Play a little cheap game to teach everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should
I
try
don't
it.
care. I
tonight.
don't care if I make a ton of.
I think we
make a
try
ton
it.
of money.
I
I
think
just
we
want to
try
try
it.
it.
I think so. I agree.
I
All right,
mean,
I think that's all we got, Timmy.
Yeah,
we covered a
hey,
lot.
we got one more thing I didn't talk about though. Of course, Eric Tang's event. Eric Tang's event is coming up. He's already got everybody cashed in for it. Everybody's all set, and that event's coming up, guys.
Two events.
Two monster events, guys, are going to be happening at the end of the month. It's going to be on the 29th and the 30th, so just be ready for that. Saturday and Sunday filled with action. It's going to be a shooter's billiards. Shark Stream's going on the road. I know I'm playing in the event. I'm going to do my best to try to chat with some people. I got a brand new lavalier microphone. It's going to go on with my phone.
Maybe
We're
do a
going to
couple
be able to do a
interviews. Why
couple
not?
interviews.
Why
We'll
not?
chat with people. So, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're going to talk with Eric a little bit. I'm sure he would love to do a little impersonal
Just
interview.
make sure you ask him and make sure Sal's okay with it. That's fine. It should
Yeah,
be
I mean,
good.
I'm sure,
he
I'm
would
sure
be.
Eric would love nothing more than to chat a little bit about
And
his
shooters
tour
as
and what
well.
he's
They're a
got.
well-known room. They got a lot of players, a lot of history there.
If Sal's there, I'd love to talk to Sal Conti as well.
absolutely.
So if you're listening in Sal Conti, let's chat some.
Yep,
you know.
absolutely. So
I want to support you guys as well over there. We don't get the opportunity to go on the road very much.
no, we don't.
When
No,
we
'cause
do,
we work a lot. That's what somebody
course.
said. We should get out of the building.
Yeah, we do got to get out of
We
the
do,
building
we do, but we try. We try. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something big because we do want to get the Shark Stream on the road. Shark Stream on the road.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, the sign company we like Sign 360 though. Plus he pays good rent.
Oh yeah, Sign 360 is pretty cool. But yeah. No.
He pays good rent. Ian.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
we're
think
good.
can
We're
do
good.
that.
We like to keep
like
it full. We keep it busy here and
like
keep it consistent. We're just going to keep bringing the pros, and we're going to keep bringing you guys events. We're going to give you guys the best talk show around, hands down, with all this information that we gave you guys that is second to none. I don't care. We may not be the prettiest to look at, but we're going to give it to you straight. We're going to give you guys all the information you guys can handle, and we're always up for more information. If you want us to look something up, or if you are unsure, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Listen, I'm an encyclopedia of the info. I can figure it out.
Absolutely.
I know Google like the back of my hand.
Absolutely.
Trust me.
Yep, absolutely.
So, either way, guys, this has been an awesome night. I love that we're 32 strong. We got all of our amazing sponsors here. You can see our title sponsors, Viking Q, Simona's Cloth, all of our other amazing sponsors who are just absolutely amazing to us. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do. We're going to be signing off here on the Shark Stream and Shark Talk Live, at least for the evening. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Same bat
Absolutely.
time, same bat channel, guys.
Good night, guys.
See you, everybody.